Have you ever noticed how your heart starts racing before speaking in a meeting? Even when nothing dangerous is happening. Your mouth goes dry, your mind goes blank, your heart starts to pound. And afterwards, you might think, why did I react like that? Well, the answer lies in how your brain is wired. Inside the brain is a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala, and its job is very simple. It constantly scans your environment looking for potential threats and danger. Now, if it thinks something is dangerous, it sends an alarm signal to the body. That alarm triggers the fight or flight response. Now, this response is designed to prepare you to deal with danger. Your heart rate increases, your breathing speeds up, and adrenaline is released. Now, all of this is extremely useful if you're running away from a threat or danger, but not so helpful when you're trying to speak in a meeting. Now, one of the most frustrating things people experience is that their mind suddenly goes blank. And this happens because of what the brain prioritizes during stress. When the fight or flight response activates, the brain temporarily reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex. Now, this is the part of the brain responsible for reasoning, planning, and thinking clearly. Instead, the brain shifts energy towards survival systems. So in that moment, the brain isn't prioritizing clever thinking over structured speech, it's prioritizing survival, which is why people often forget what they want to say. Many people think that the solution to speaking anxiety is simply more preparation. And of course, preparation is really helpful. But anxiety when speaking isn't really a knowledge problem, it's a brain response problem. You can know your presentation perfectly, but if the brain believes speaking is dangerous, it will still activate the anxiety response, which is why someone can practice their presentation 20 or 30 times and still feel nervous when the moment arrives. The interesting reason for this actually goes back thousands of years. As humans, we evolved to live in groups. Therefore, being accepted by the group meant safety, but being rejected by the group could mean isolation or even danger. So the brain became very sensitive to social judgment. Standing up and speaking in front of others can therefore trigger the brain's threat detection system, even though logically we know there is no danger. The good news is, however, that the brain is not fixed. Because of something called neuroplasticity, the brain can learn new patterns. Now, neuroplasticity simply means that the brain can change based on experience. When the brain repeatedly experiences speaking situations that feel safe, it gradually learns that speaking is not a threat. And this just isn't the case for speaking, it can be for anything that you want to change. The more often you practice a difficult situation, then over time the anxiety response reduces and speaking starts to feel much easier. So if you're experiencing speaking anxiety, it's not a sign that you're weak, incapable, or lacking confidence. It's simply your brain trying to protect you. And once the brain learns that speaking is safe, the response can change. Follow me to learn more about how you can rewire your brain and get the outcome that you want.